Okay, let's see. Does that... Okay, that gives me sound. Okay, how do I get...
No, not me.
How about now? Do we have DB sound?
We do.
We have sound! Okay, yay! Well,
And now I have to stop because it's very weird. The headphones, you come in through just this one.
oh,
I don't
that's
like it.
weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
apparently
it's
my
been,
two cam thing was not properly set up, but I got the video part at least.
yes, that's all that matters.
Yes.
No one really wants to hear us.
Nah, they just need to see us. I think it's because I've got mono set up on my microphone.
You have mono?
It's only set up for mono. Let me look at advanced audio properties.
I'm such an ass.
It doesn't tell me anything. I don't understand how this works.
That's okay.
Mono. Oh! Wait. When I check mono, it makes it not mono? Am I still in just one ear?
No.
Well, that's ass backwards. Okay.
It's always been that way for TPC for me.
Well, because I have the mono thing unclicked.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's bullshit.
But on the the tech one, that feels about right. But no, because I've got two audios running. I've got computer audio, which is my microphone, and then I've got Zoom audio, which is yours. And on Zoom audio, I have the mono box unchecked so that it is not mono, and you're coming through in both. And on computer audio, I had the mono box unchecked so it would not be mono, and it was just coming through on one. But now I've checked it, so it should be mono, and it's coming through stereo. I don't know.
I don't know, I just work here.
It works. That's all that matters. It works. So.
Yeah. It's been a week.
It has. That's all you
it's
guys
only
missed.
Monday.
Monday was the Mondayest Monday in the history of Mondays that ever Mondayed.
Yeah, for Danny.
Yes. It was a day.
DB has been struggling, though.
So is Danny. It's been so have a lot of people. Things are hard. And that's why we're just going to sit here and talk about crafty stuff today. Look at me catching my language because there's a chance
there are children
that there are children watching today, so I'm going to try.
Danny told me that Danny's mom and the children are watching, so I can't say terrible words tonight.
No, they might be watching. We don't know.
Yeah, your mother was like, let's see how well DB keeps her language in check.
Now, to be fair, I asked her, we talked yesterday, and I asked her if she was going to watch the show. And she said, well, the girls are going to be here, so I'll probably have it on, but have it muted.
Tell her she doesn't need to have it muted. DB is going to watch her language. Good luck, DB. Thank you, Star. It's like you don't have faith in me or something.
I will text Mummy and let her know. She'll appreciate it. If nothing else, she'll think it's funny.
That's true. DB's watching her language for the children. Not usually. Usually I'd say I don't give a boop. But it is Danny's mom and Danny's nieces and nieces.
Nieces. Nibblings. I use the word nibblings all the time now because it's a fun word to say.
I hate it.
Really? Aww.
Yeah, it just sounds nasty.
Okay. So interests, we were supposed to watch Alien.
Because Danny's never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it. And we were going to draw or cross-stitch face huggers.
Yes. Free hugs.
But life happened. Life happened hard.
Finds a way.
No, that's a different movie, right?
That is Jurassic Park. You haven't watched Jurassic Park all the way?
No. I've seen enough parts of it that I've probably seen the whole thing. It needs to go on our list too. I know. Yeah.
Oh, yes. We'll watch Alien together, Star. Have you not watched Alien either?
We're just killing everyone. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to watch Alien at some point, and we'll talk about it, and I'm going to watch.
Give me just a second. Adam, shut your face. You have no room to talk about people not seeing movies.
That is very accurate.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I'd be down to watch Alien. I'm always down to watch Alien. I'm sorry. No. Listen. When I walk into Adam's house and he tells me he hasn't watched some sort of movie, I am like, how are you a nerd?
Yep. Now we're good. But hey, we are crafty nerds. And so today we're going to talk about whatever as we talk about stuff. But we're going to share projects because while I haven't had time to watch TV and movies, I have had time to make crafty things. I've had like Zoom meetings and stuff. So, like I could knit while I was doing meetings, but I can't watch Aliens while I'm doing movies. So, or doing Zooms. So, but speaking of, I have things that I have done.
Hold on.
Uh-oh, what?
Adam, do you think I told you to watch The Princess Diary? I believe I told you to watch The Princess Bride. Those are two very different movies. Both very good,
but very different. Very different. It's fine. Oh. Did I show you all my frogs last time?
I thought it was Adam.
Oh. Yep.
They're very good. They're both very good movies. They are not the same movie.
They're not the same. Yep.
Show us your frogs.
So I made frogs.
Before I drive to Adam to bonk him on the head.
So you had seen, did I show you my original little froggy? I did. So this is the second green froggy.
Your mom just said words in the chat from your nibbling.
Oh! Hi, Annika.
Annika does not need to call me Miss. It's just DB for the kiddos.
Okay. But this is the first green... Well, this is actually the second green froggo. And this one, I experimented with putting wires in the legs. So
okay.
He's action figure frog.
He could do the splits and it would be weird.
It would be. So this is the original green froggo.
So cute.
This is the original poison dart froggo. He did
My
not
favorite.
Have wire. He's just stitched into place. But also adorable. And then I did another poison dart froggo. But this dude has a little skull sweater because he's a badass little froggo. Sorry about the swearing.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't even from me this time.
But, I mean, he needed that descriptor. And then I made a fluorescent froggo.
Oh, so cute. Is this your hyperfixation right now?
Maybe.
I love it.
And then I made a purple froggo. And his legs have no wires and no stitching, and he's just, like, flying.
He's flying!
He's flying! And then I have 2 more frog bodies that need legs.
Terrifying. They're lizards.
They're amphibians. They're different.
No, I mean... Oh. I didn't mean lizards. I meant snakes.
Oh. Frogs are not
they have no
legs.
They have no legs, though, is what I mean.
Oh.
I wasn't going with any, like, actual what it is.
It's more like they're tadpoles. They're frogs without legs. They're tadpoles.
Okay. But they have tails, then.
Well, their ends aren't woven in, so sure.
Oh, Lord. We are not anti-DB either. My brother's children don't even call me aunt.
And then I made another thing.
What'd you do?
I finished my dice bag.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is the dice bag. It's about 6 inches across and about 6 inches tall when it's done. And you undo the drawstring and you can open it up. And I'm gonna see if I can do this without spilling all my dice. But it is divided inside. And the top rolls
Jana.
down. Hi, Jana! But yeah, the top rolls down, so you can see there are 7 different sections, and each section has a different type of dice. So I've got, let's see, a huge pile of D6s, which are going everywhere. But this is my own design, and if you're a knitter and you want to test knit it, send me a DM because we will get you hooked up.
Guess what, Star?
Is everyone getting one of these?
And how many kilograms does it weigh?
Not too many right now because I only have about 6 full sets of dice in it.
Yeah, have you seen it?
It's not pulling down too much on the bottom. Like, it's still relatively flat because of the way the ridges inside are.
Have you seen the way that Danny organizes her dice? It's a cart. She rolls a cart around.
Yes.
It's weird. It's weird.
Well, because all of my sets live in individual bags. They are segregated so that they can be punished when necessary. You know, you're not rolling well. You and your buddies go hang out over there.
I have a dice jail for that.
But this one is for all of my my
on the go
dice. Well, these are my unmatched dice.
That's
because
fair.
I got an Advent dice calendar last year at Christmas, and then I've been using dice calendars as bribes, so I've got a bunch of unmatched dice from there.
Right.
It's been working, man. I'm
Proud
at
of
like
you.
7 weeks where I have walked every day but Sunday for 7 weeks.
I'm proud of you.
So
you don't
I'm
get to
proud
open
of
a
you
dice
too.
on Sunday. Star, I said, guess what? You're getting one of those.
They're pretty and they're awesome, and the pattern is written so you can have different colors on the inside if you want. So
yeah.
And what else? I've got so many things still sitting on my desk.
Danny does all the things.
Do you have anything to talk about? Interrupt me for a while?
I have been working on one thing and
cross
one
stitch?
thing only. Yes.
It looks so good though.
It's almost fucking done because I haven't had anything to fucking do at work.
Yay.
So.
Oh, holy crap, there's so much progress since the last time I saw it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's looking so good.
Yeah, I have to do another one of the tall ones and finish this out and bring it down.
Oh, awesome. You're gonna get through that, no problem.
Yeah. And then I have more. And then I
Yay!
have more.
More to do.
I found a website that was like, would you like some free patterns that are kind of gothy? And I went,
Yes, please, I would.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I picked back up my rainbow mitt. So
of course.
I'm almost done the first one. I worked on this during a secret thing that I can't talk about, as I tease you with it. But I did a project.
Do I know what it was?
Nope. But
story of my life.
I got almost done. So I've got 8 more rows, 9 more rows, something like that. And then I'll be done the top of it, and I'll bind off, and I'll have one rainbow mitt, and I'll have to do the second one. And put that away so I don't make a mess of things. I picked up my Advent shawl again.
Oh! We're not doing another one of those this year, right? Okay.
No, we're gonna maybe finish the current one. Maybe by next year. But I'm gonna hold up. Gosh. It's getting really big.
Look at you. Yours looks so good.
Thank you.
Mine looks like ass.
So it is already
holy shoot
this big. And this is the working end. I love the colors. I do too. Like, they don't all necessarily go together, but mixing them with the
No.
white has made a huge, it just brings it all, ties it all together.
Yeah.
Um, so the section that I just finished came uncomfortably, well, no, it came close to running out of yarn. I think the color I'm doing now should get through a whole pattern repeat without running out of the mini skein.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, it just means I knew that was going to happen
Yeah.
because it's getting really big.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
each of these, it has 5 repeats of the small section and then 5 repeats of the big section. And so once I hit a color where I run out of yarn, I'm going to switch to 4 and 4
Oh, that's fair. Yeah,
until I
yeah.
run out of yarn, and then I'll do 3 and 3.
Yeah.
But this is yarn ball number 13 of 25 or of 24. So
I'm on, I think, hold on. Oh, I am on number 9.
Now, to be fair, this was yarn ball number 1. So I used
That's fair.
hardly any of it. So, and you're using like the whole thing for all of them.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes.
like the
Yes.
early ones have a ton left. So,
It's a shawl for somebody at least my size.
it's going to be like a comfort shawl that
It's gonna be a blanket.
it's going to be for sitting and watching TV in the living room
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
cuddling up with. Like it's not going to be a shawl for wearing out and being fancy. It's a comfort shawl. So,
Sorry, my friend
Annika
just
loves it. Yay.
yeah. My friend just made it to Wisconsin.
Excellent.
I didn't realize she was moving this week.
Oh, well that's fun.
She's like, I'm so tired. And I'm like, I bet.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, she drove from California.
Oh, yeah, that's a ride.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I started another project. What a thought. Well, because I finished a bunch of sweaters. I finished this one a while ago, but I can share it now because the pattern has officially been released. So this is, let me show you a little bit. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. No, it's okay. My Twitch just started freaking out. I'm like, what did I do? But my project bag fell on my keyboard and pressed something. That's fine.
Uh-oh.
But this is the Campsite Cozy cardigan with an end that needs weaving in. But this is an Alicia Plummer pattern, and it came out officially today, even though I've got it done because I was a test knitter, so I knit it
Yeah.
a while back. But now I can share it. I've got glamour photos of it on my social media.
Is it campfire because you burned holes in it?
No, sorry, Campside.
Oh,
And
sorry.
that's just her series with the eyelets that she's got. She uses this eyelet pattern in a lot of things. I knit her original Campside shawl. I knit that before I got engaged. So like 7 years ago.
Jesus.
And then I knit her Campside cardi. And there's also a Campside pullover that I've looked at doing. So yeah, she's got a bunch of things with that. And actually, there's going to be a Campside knit along coming up. So I'll probably participate in that because, you know. But in the meantime, I started another sweater.
Oh my gosh.
And this one, so most of the sweaters that I do, and I'll talk about this again later because they're top down. This one is bottom up. So I actually started with the sleeves. And I'm knitting them on 2 different sets of double pointed needles because they've got like a super complicated cable thing going on. I don't know if you can quite see that.
Oh yeah.
And they've got like a waffle pattern and cables, and there's a lot going on. Like I have the pattern open in on my iPad so that I can mark things. And I have a stitch counter app on my phone.
Oh yeah.
But it's one that can be set up with multiple pattern things happening at the same time because this one has a like a 4-row repeat for the waffle section and like a 16-row repeat for the cable. So you have to repeat one of them way more than the other, but you have to know where you are in both sets. So that's fun. It is fun, actually. I love it. But it's a lot of thinking. But yeah, that's the stuff that I've been working on. Except for the other thing that I'll talk about in a minute.
Besides this, I have been streaming a lot. It's what I do now.
Which is cool.
Yes, I stream a lot of video games now. I'm not sure about these headphones, Sad Panda.
Aw.
It's fine. It's just the glasses and everything.
Oh.
I'm going to see if they're adjustable, maybe? Hold up.
Yeah, the joy of technology. This is the one with the tech.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Not worried about it.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Puppies are playing beside me. I apologize for the yips.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, good.
Yep. Yeah, but the nice thing is I don't need my glasses. Don't technically have to wear them.
Yeah. But sometimes it's easier to see with them. More comfortable.
Yes, it definitely doesn't mess with my astigmatism while I'm wearing them. It fixes that.
Yay! Wait.
I also think...
No, go ahead. It's fine.
Nope. Mm-mm. What were you saying?
I was just looking at the stickers behind me and I suddenly couldn't remember if I'd mirrored my video or not. But yes, it's right. Whatever I did is right because people can read them properly in Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're good.
DB, share with us your Twitch so that Tanya can go watch you play games.
Oh, it's Deebles_Tad. TODD.
Yay!
Yes. And I play video games whenever I feel like it.
Woohoo! Video games.
Or have time. Mostly Dead by Daylight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mostly Dead by Daylight. And then on Saturdays we play some sort of story game. We finished The Quarry and now we're on to... I almost said the wrong game. We're on to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ooh.
It's so good and it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty.
I love it. I love it. It's a great game. Had to play it yesterday because Dead by Daylight was being a butt.
Oh.
Look at me not cursing.
Yay, look at us. We're being responsible and all
that
catching
jazz.
ourselves.
Yes.
Mostly.
Except for Danny. Danny doesn't catch herself well.
Only for the one thing about the frog, because there is no other appropriate descriptor for that frog in that outfit.
It is hot in here. Why?
Because you're not in my basement where it is cold and I needed a sweater.
I don't think I'd be cold in your basement.
You'd probably be comfortable.
Yeah. It's very rare that I get cold. I'm the person that opens a window in the middle of the winter time.
You're a weirdo.
In the north!
Yeah. We'll tell you later, E, what the cuss was. I don't want to say it again, because I'll get yelled at for cussing in front of the children.
BA.
So, the other thing I've been working on...
Oh, gosh.
...is another design project.
Okay. Oh, God. What?
So, I've told you that I listen to Cast Party, right?
Yeah.
I know I have, because Mrs. Linja joined the Cast Party Discord after listening to me talk about it and has been binging.
Yeah, you also got me to listen to some of it. I am so bad about... Yes, bad butt.
Yes, the bad butt.
The bad butt. But I have been bad about it.
It's okay. So they've got their main show, which is a Cast Party.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this.
And then they've got the spin-off, Fables of Fandrea.
Yes.
And in their Discord, they were talking about various things, and
that's dangerous with you around.
Yeah, the idea of a sweater based on Ryan's character Rowan came up. I'm like, I could do that. I should do that. And the response was enthusiastic and like, I'm going to go design that now. So I pulled out, well, I thought about it for a couple of days to come up with like my plan. And I pulled out my iPad and I did a sketch.
Oh yes, I have seen this.
Yes. So this is the sketch of the
I
the
want
plan.
it.
So it's going to be
a
cardigan with a shawl collar, and on the back is going to have the 3 moons of Saloon. And the shawl collar is going to be even bigger than the one on this sweater. It's actually going to be more of a hood. So that's what I've been working on. I did my drawing so that I've got my plan. And then I did a thing that I never do, but I'm making this for another person who is not me and who is not my size. So I swatched. And look at the size of this monster. So I swatched. I swatched using a different color. Sorry, I just read chat. Mom says the girls are gone. We can swear now. Thank you, Mommy. I love you. But I used a different color, but the same brand and the same yarn I'm going to use, just a different color.
Right.
And I used 3 different needle sizes. And the reason I did that is I knew sort of how this yarn works because I've used it for sweaters for the girls in the past, and I used it for myself a couple of times. So I actually pulled out the sweater that I have for myself made of this stuff, and it used a size 10.5 needle. And while I like the drape of that, it was too drapey for what I want for this one. So I swatched with a 9 and with an 8 and with a 7. And that's what these little ridges are. The purl ridges. I actually did 9 purl stitches, 8 purl stitches, and 7 purl stitches so that I could remember which size needle I was using. So I swatched, I threw it in the washing machine and in the dryer because this yarn is machine washable and dryable.
Okay.
And I've been consulting with Ryan along the way because, you know, if I was going to make something for him and he just will not hand wash stuff, I don't want him to like have this fantastic wool sweater and then shrink it.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, I will learn to do whatever I need to. I'm like, well, I don't want you to take the chance of ruining it. Plus, this stuff is super soft, and
yeah,
I'm not going to say anything about specifically where he lives, but he lives in a place that does experience actual winters, so it doesn't have to be like a lightweight sweater. That covers a lot of places, just not where I am. But
yeah,
there are a lot of places that experience actual winters. So
you don't experience actual winters.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So
thick boy.
I decided to go with the US 8s, and I like the gauge of that. And I measured the gauge for the different swatches.
Who are you?
I have started doing math.
Oh, God.
We're going to talk about knitting math today because it makes me happy.
Ugh. You know, when Danny was like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to knit, she did not mention math.
Yeah, but knitting math is way more fun than regular math.
Bullshit. And I can say it now. I went half an hour without cursing. I'm going to call you out. Bullshit.
But this math results in, like, actual things.
I feel like mathematicians would tell you that their math also results in actual things.
No, like, school math just resulted in a bunch of numbers on a page, right? Except maybe when you're doing word problems.
Fuck that. Fuck word problems. Those are
Oh
the
no, I hate word
devil's spawn.
problems. But knitting math is like applicable. But so I've started the process of the knitting math. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it today, if that won't terrify you too much or upset you.
I can just mute you. It's fine. One thing. Star, how dare you?
But also, not wrong.
How dare everybody? I don't have to take this abuse.
What are you going to do?
I can leave a Zoom call.
Oh, please don't. We're going to have fun.
I'm
We're gonna have
going
knitting
to.
math fun.
I'm gonna turn on some music and pretend like I'm not hearing about numbers.
Aw. So yeah, if there's anyone out there knitting or counting stitches or anything like that, I apologize, and you should probably stop for a moment. Charlie Brown's teacher, thank you.
So
Tanya.
I don't get to work on my cross stitches. You talk about this either.
No, because I'm going to throw out a bunch of numbers.
God damn it, Jenny!
But only for a couple minutes. So it turns out that my size 8 gauge swatch is exactly on gauge according to what the ball band says their recommended swatch is, which is really cool. So over 4 inches, I got 18 stitches. So I got... ooh, did your lights just change? Okay.
Yes.
Ah.
Because I couldn't see the cross stitch
Important to have light for cross
with
stitch.
the yellow lights. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I've got the first part of the mathing done. But next I need to... I think I'm actually going to put stuff into a spreadsheet to help me figure out the backwardsness of it. So what I did was I got Ryan's measurements. And so he's got a 43-inch chest. And because this is going to be an open front cardigan, I want there to be a little bit of positive ease. So I want it to be a little bit bigger than his body measurement. This is not supposed to be a tight-fitting one. This is like a comfortable fitting one. But because it's going to be an open front and the shawl collar is going to be like 4 inches wide on each side, it doesn't have to be super precise. So I decided that I was going to aim for 2 inches of positive ease and make it about 45 inches-ish across the chest. So first step is figure out how many stitches that is. So knowing that 18 stitches in 4 inches, and I wanted 45 inches, I did the math, and I'm going to go with 205 stitches is what I want for the finished body circumference. So that's a good number to know. And then I got his arm measurements, and based on, again, having enough ease, I want 17-inch arm for the finished garment. So again, using that 18 stitches per 4 inches, I need 80 stitches for the arms. The good news is with arms, you can pick up a couple of stitches underneath the armpit so you can have some flexibility in the number of stitches that you start with. But what I'm going to have to do is take the number of body stitches and divide it by 2, because half will be on the front and half will be on the back. And because this is for a guy, there's no boobs to take into consideration, so you don't have to have the front bigger than the back. So that makes it a lot easier to math that out. I'll get back to you in a second, Tanya, because I have thoughts on that too. So 205, I'll do like 102 stitches on the front and 102 on the back is what I need to get to. And for the sleeves, 80 stitches on each arm. And so now I have to sit down and math it out, because I'm doing this as a top-down raglan sweater, which is actually the same construction as this. So you start at the top and you cast on a certain number of stitches for your front, your arms, and your back. And every round, every second round, you increase for these raglans, so you get a nice gentle slope there. So every other round, you increase 2 stitches on the front, 2 stitches on each arm, and 2 stitches on the back. So 8 stitches total. So what I have to do is put in the final number of stitches I want, and then subtract 8 stitches. And that will be the row before I'm where I want to be to split the sleeves. And then keep going back until I get to like a reasonable size for the neck, because you don't want to make a tiny little hole. You want to have something big enough for a neck. So I forgot to ask for his neck measurement, so I'm going to assume an 18-ish inch neck. 18 inch? 16 inch. I'm going to assume that his neck is the same size as his arm. I don't know if it seems like a good assumption.
Which part of his arm?
Like his bicep.
So he's not like a buff man.
He's muscly, but he's not like overgrown.
Not the Rock size.
Right. Like, so I am basing also the neck size on the fact that I've looked at shirts when I've been shopping for my dad and my husband, and men's shirts run from like 15 inches to 18 inches.
Maybe you ask him.
Well, but the other thing is, it's an open, so it's not like he's got to get his neck through a head hole. Or
That's
his head
true.
through a neck hole. It just has to be not hanging off his shoulders and not creeping up too high. So I feel like
That's fair.
Somewhere in the 16 to 18 inch range. So that's going to be like 75-ish stitches cast on. But I have to do the backwards math to figure out exactly how many stitches it needs to be, and how many of those are going to be front stitches, shoulder stitches, or arm stitches, and how many are back stitches. But the other thing I'm going to take into account is that the sweater comes down in sort of a V in my design. So I have to have increases on the V. And then I have to decide, do I want them rapid like these, or do I want them every third row or every fourth row? And I have to figure that out. And again, do the backwards math to get to the original cast on. DP's looking at me all sad. I'm excited about this math. This is going to be fun math.
I don't know what ease means.
Ease is how tight it fits. So, like, this sweater has about a 1/2 inch ease on the arm, but on the body, I have a 40-inch bust, and I knit the 42-inch size. So it has 2 inches of positive ease. So the sweater is 2 inches bigger around than my body. So if you have so there's a pattern called the Boxy by Hohi Locatelli.
I'm realizing I'm never making clothes.
It's I swear it's not that hard. But there's this pattern called the Boxy, and it is like a super oversized sweater. It is knit with between 16 and 20 inches of ease. That's why it's called the Boxy, because it is like a big box.
What does ease mean, though?
It is how much bigger the sweater is than your body.
Yes, I understand that, but does it does the letter mean something, or is it?
It's EASE.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry,
okay.
I'm saying words and not writing them out, but yeah.
And also, I'm sitting here going, I
It's
know
not
nothing.
something you've heard about yet. But positive
Or
ease,
ever. I'm not doing this.
Well, but I'm going to ask you about stuff when I make you things, so you'll need to know a little bit about it. But positive ease means that the finished item is bigger than your body, and negative ease means that it's smaller than your body. So positive ease things are slightly baggy or really baggy in the case of the Boxy, and negative ease things are very fitted. You generally don't go more than like an inch or two of negative ease, because then things are stretching and weird. But And you almost never see anything with neutral ease because that's just hard to get. You either
That
aim for
makes
slightly smaller or
sense.
slightly bigger. But
Yeah.
look, I taught you a new word or new meaning for a word that people know that didn't
I
apply to them
didn't
in this case.
I didn't even know that was a word, so
Yeah, but I'm excited to work on this and to get the spreadsheet and do the backwards math and get to the point where I have the numbers that I want.
dear God, Annie.
Yeah.
I have I have too many friends that are way too smart than I am,
Oh, I just get excited about knitting math.
and you're one of them.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not meant to be an insult to me to you. It's an insult to me because I'm dumb.
You are not dumb just because you are not someone who is inclined to do knitting math. It's it takes a special kind of stupid brain to do knitting math.
Once again, bullshit.
It takes a special kind of brain to like doing knitting math. How's that? Tanya
I'll
had a
allow
question
that.
earlier about open front sweaters, and the answer is yes. You can do either. So you sweaters like this one that I just finished are this one I knit basically starting here and going around and ending here and going back and forth, making it one big piece of fabric that then ends up wrapping around your body. Um, for things that are like not working with yarn color patterning, that's fairly common to just go back and forth, back and forth. So you're knitting one round and purling the next to get this particular stockinette fabric. If you are doing like a Fair Isle sweater, like one of the ones that has really pretty color stuff and patterns going around the yoke, those are often done in the round because it's a lot easier to do color work from the knit side only. So you're knitting around and around and around in a circle. But in the front, you leave a section of basically unpatterned knitting. So instead of having whatever your pretty pattern is, you just do like a stripe or something to indicate where that center is. And then you do what's called steeking, which I have never done myself, but I repaired steeking on a sweater that Katie was working on. So I know how to do it. And it was successful. But it wasn't something that I'd knit yet. But you can use a sewing machine or a crochet hook, and you're basically protecting your row of stitches on either side of that center bit. You're capturing them and holding them tight with either stitching or crochet chain. And then you cut your knitting. You just take your scissors and say a prayer and you cut. Yeah, steek just like that. Steek.
No.
And you just cut right up the center.
No.
No?
No.
No. Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
But you've already secured everything.
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
And
I'd
once
still...
it's secure, then you pick up more stitches and you knit your button band. It seems absolutely terrifying. And I had never tried it myself because I didn't want to cut my knitting. But after fixing Katie's sweater, I'm like, oh, I can do this. It does feel like it would be bad, but it has such a pretty result. So I'm actually going to do a sample steek. I've seen a couple of projects that are small. They're like a coffee cup cozy. And you knit it with color work in the round, and then you secure it and you steek it and you put little buttons on so that you can button it around your coffee mug. So I'm going to do my own steeking, my first one, that way, so that it's
if
not
you fuck
quite
it
as
up, it's not a problem.
Exactly. If I fuck it up, it's just like a little sampler thing. Okay. It sucks, but it's okay. But I've watched people, there are lots of videos online of people cutting their knitting, and you just sort of hold your breath and watch them do it. But it's also at the same time so satisfying to watch. Because they're always using really good scissors, so you get like the good ASMR scissor snippy sounds, and you see the little threads go boop, boop, boop. I don't know. I find it very satisfying to watch. It makes me a little less scared of trying it on my own.
The reason that bothers me is because when I do knitting, I have to restart the bitch 6 times. Could you imagine if I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cut this, and I fuck it up, and I'm like, flip table.
But that's why there are so many videos out there on how to steek, and there are great ways to secure the knitting so that it's not going to get screwed up.
Danny, I had to redo a pattern 6 times that should not have been hard to do. You have way more confidence in me.
I do.
You shouldn't.
We will steek something together at some point, my friend.
No.
Ooh, you know what? You know what? I will knit a little coffee cup holder thing and let you cut it.
You're so funny. No, you're not.
I will. I will. I will knit it and I will secure the edges and then I will put it in front of you and you do, like, you put, fluff in my mouth. You put a piece of cardboard in between the layers so you're not accidentally cutting the next layer or anything. And you just snip.
No, I feel like this is how I'm gonna feel when I tried to dissect lamb eyes.
Oh.
Just gonna be sitting there with the tools going green. And you're gonna look at me and go, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not.
We'll discuss it more. It'll be a cheap little throwaway project that doesn't matter at all. It'll be something that takes me like an hour to knit. How's that?
I want you to remember that you tried to get me to spin the yarn.
I did.
And look how well that went. I'm
Not
giving it
badly
back
at all.
to you.
Well, okay, yeah. But still, it's fine. I don't
Because
know
I
where
can't-
that is.
What do you mean?
I don't know where I put it.
What do you mean?
Like, it's somewhere in my craft room.
What do you mean?
My fiber.
Oh,
I can't find it.
I was like, I have it. It's still in my house. It's actually right here.
Right, but I had made myself a matching set.
Yes,
And I can't
I
find
know.
it. So
Oh,
I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I'll find it again
Yeah.
eventually.
did it bust open with the jelly beans?
No. No,
Oh,
it's
that's
not
what
living under the seat of my car. And yes, Tanya, you're right. I do enjoy dissecting eyes, so it's not a scary example for me. It's okay. I won't talk about them anymore.
I was just so mad. I was so pissed about that. Because I have one fear alone. I can dissect any fucking else, but it was that. And I told my group, I cannot do this. Day came, and they were like, I can't do this. I was like, well, I'm not failing this class because of you fucks.
Oh,
But my teacher was like,
you're the
What?
wrong color to be in here. You should not.
yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, I told him I have the fear of that. He's like, why isn't anybody else in your group? And I was like, because they suck.
Because they don't care about failing.
I was so mad.
Mm. They suck.
Yeah. They were all screaming, and I'm over here almost passing out. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Same difference here. People suck.
Fucking hated it. I was like freshman science class when I was in college. And then we dissected hearts, and I was like, I have no problem with this.
Well, yeah, because it's different.
Well, and my teacher was like, no, we're dissecting this. Are you going to be okay? And I was like, yeah, it wasn't that. You set 2 eyes in front of me and asked me to cut into them.
That's the problem. It's the eye part.
He went, oh. And I went, yeah.
I can cut up anything else you put in front of me.
Literally, you could have put an actual human in front of me, and I've been like, okay, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, the cadaver lab was really cool. We didn't actually dissect any of them. We were just doing a tour because they're reserved for the medical students. But
Yeah.
one of my anatomy classes, we went to a cadaver lab, and they had the medical students actually uncover
A
their
body.
specimens, their bodies,
Yeah.
and demonstrate everything to us.
The only thing that bothered me about the people that did that class is the smell when they came back to the dorm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because that there's a lot of chemicals
Yeah,
involved and all that, and even they were like, "God, no, I'll be back," and I'm like,
yeah.
"Okay,
So I didn't do a cadaver lab because, like I said, that was reserved for the med students. That was at
yeah,
the other university, actually. But my school, I took comparative chordate zoology. It was a second year course, second year, and we dissected all sorts of things in that, like everything that had a spinal cord. We
nice,
dissected something from every class, and so like we did the lamprey shark. Those things are creepy. Bunch of other stuff. But for our mammals, we did a cat.
okay,
Because it turns out that when you lay a cat on its back and spread its arms and legs out, everything is essentially the same place it is as in a person.
oh,
Like the insides of the cat, very much like the insides of a person.
interesting."
So we did like to joke after that class that there's more than one way to skin a cat unless you want to pass chordates. Because if you did it wrong, you ruined all the nerves and you wouldn't pass. The anatomy one, yes. First, get
Yeah,
down. Don't catch my sweater, because I'm not keeping this one.
who's that one going to?
Who do you think it's going to?
Tiana.
Yep, Tiana gets all my sweaters.
That's
Not all of them, but
hilarious. But
well,
a lot of them, because
a
you
lot of
guys are the same size.
yes, it works out really well because I like knitting sweaters and she likes wearing sweaters. So
Yeah,
there we go. I
yeah.
mean, I also
No,
enjoy wearing sweaters, but I have a lot already. And they
yes.
don't all go to her, but the last several have because she's enjoyed them and appreciates them. And
I have listen. I don't. You do you, boo. You don't have to justify shit to me or anybody.
it also makes me feel good to get these kits done. There
Yeah.
was so Crafty is an online um, craft instruction website basically, and you
Yes.
buy subscriptions to it, and you get different classes and things, and
Uh,
they
Adam, I have been lifted.
yeah, the band's gone. It's cool. The kids are gone. Um, they've switched ownership a couple of times, but one before the last ownership switch, they had their own craftsy line of stuff. So they had their own yarns and they had their own designers that designed for those yarns. And when it was decided that they were being sold to another company, the other company was not going to continue on with the retail side of things with the shop and the yarns. And so a lot of their kits went on really nice big sales. And so I bought like 6 sweater kits because they were things that I'd been wanting to knit. My gray sweater with the pocket in the front and the pretty cables up the side, that was one of their kits. My the red one that I did for Tiana, the blue one that I did for Tiana, this purple one that I'm doing for, and then I've got
Tiana.
two, yeah, and then I've got 2 more upstairs. So yeah, I got 6 kits. Plus, I bought 2 sweaters worth of yarn. Like this yarn, I didn't buy a kit for, but I bought the sweater's worth of yarn because it was on sale, and I got it was like $40 for an
Yeah.
entire sweater's worth of yarn,
Yeah.
which is insane. Like that is
Yeah. Oh
a
yeah.
ridiculously cheap price, and this is wool. It's not an acrylic, so it's wool. So that's usually way more expensive than $40 for a sweater's worth because
Oh
it
yeah.
took 7 balls, 7 skeins. So that's
Yeah.
substantial. Um, but this means that I'm working through all these kits and using up the yarn that's in my stash.
Oh yeah.
We'll pretend that I didn't just buy a whole bunch to make the Ryan sweater, but you know.
But you're using it for a specific thing.
Exactly. I'm going to use it and it's going to be done. And then if I have any leftovers, it's all black and white. So it's stuff that I can use for little bits here and there on other things, no problem. Ooh, yeah, the fetal pigs were cool.
Star, were you in like an advanced class to do that? Because that's what my school did. You did. We only dissected frogs in the standard class. I wasn't smart enough to be in the advanced. Also, chemistry is bullshit.
Chemistry is bullshit. Okay.
It's math.
It's not as much math as physics.
I know, but it's disguised as science.
Chemistry is math disguised as science. I like it. Man, you would not like Jim's engineering classes.
Oh, I mean, I know engineering is math.
Yeah, it's all math.
Yeah.
But it's still not fun math like knitting math.
I don't think any of the math is fun. Fuck. The basic accounting that I do for my job every day isn't fun.
Aw. Well, no, accounting is not fun. Except for the part where it gives you money.
But it's not giving me money.
Oh. Yeah, I know a lot of people that went vegetarian after different dissection stuff. There are a lot of foods that I don't eat because I don't like to eat things that I've dissected because I've got a really good memory. So, like fish, any sort of crustacean, anything that looks vaguely like a lobster or lobster shape.
I went to Paris shortly after we dissected frogs and could not eat the frog legs.
Yeah. So in my molecular genetics class?
Star, you went to a better school than I did. We didn't dissect in middle school.
Oh, no, it was my embryology class because I took an embryology class. And part of that was we did microsurgery on eggs, on chicks in eggs. And so we actually took the egg and carefully cut an opening in the shell and then used we did microsurgery. It was the tiniest removal of like the ends of the limb buds to see what would develop when you removed different amounts of limb bud, whether the chicken developed without a full wing or just the tip of the wing. Like it was really cool.
That sounds sad.
It was hard because part of it was the end was not good, but
no,
for years I couldn't eat eggs.
Like no, I understand.
That's the number one reason that I got the vegan cookie recipe that I use, is because baking was my relaxation, but I couldn't make anything with eggs, so I got a vegan cookie recipe so that I could keep baking when I was stressed. But it was so cool, and we learned so much. It just really affected my ability to eat stuff. I'm sorry I'm making you sad now. We'll stop talking about dissections and things. I know a lot of people aren't cool with that, so.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with dissecting, but that seems just real sad. Yeah. Because that's not a thing that's already dead. That's you messing with, like...
alive things, yeah.
Yeah.
So would our fruit fly experiments also upset you?
No, fruit flies can die in a hole.
Well, they died in the freezer. But
yeah. Okay, well, fruit flies are the devil spawn.
We didn't generally kill them in the freezer. Because did you know that putting fruit flies in the freezer just anesthetizes them?
No.
It knocks them out for a good half hour or so.
Oh, okay.
But you had to be really quick with your counts, because if you took too long, they'd start waking up and moving around and flying away, and you couldn't count them anymore. So you had to, like, freeze them in their little food tubes. Because the fruit fly food, there was this blue stuff that was a sugar-based thing that yeast grew on, and the fruit flies ate the yeast. But you'd capture the fruit flies into the tube. You'd let them live in there and grow in there and stuff. And then when you're ready to do your counts for like determining how many red-eye fruit flies versus white-eye fruit flies, you'd stick the little tube sideways in the freezer, because if you stuck it upright, they'd all fall into the food and stick, and you couldn't get them out. So you put them sideways in the freezer for 10 minutes, and then you dump them out into a petri dish, and you use a little paintbrush to gently move them into the right groups. You're looking under a microscope, and you're just sliding them into the right group and counting white eyes and red eyes or whatever you're looking at. But yeah, if you went too slow, they'd start waking up and moving into like the other quadrants and stuff, and you'd lose count, and you'd have to freeze them all again. It was just a pain. And also, every once in a while, they got loose. So the labs were always we all had banana traps to catch them. Good news is they worked really well.
That's fair.
So if you ever need to catch fruit flies, like if you get an infestation in your kitchen, hit me up. I know the trick.
I don't think that's a problem I have right now. They're not a big deal up here.
Right.
Ants are a problem.
I don't have any tricks for those. We didn't experiment on ants. You know.
Shit out of luck, DB. All right, you entertain. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. I gotta entertain. Okay.
I'll be able to hear you, though.
Oh. I mean, I could talk more knitting math.
Don't!
But no, I'm quite pleased with the design of this sweater so far. I'm really hoping it works out the way I think it's going to in my head. So I have never designed a sweater before. I have knit a whole bunch. And so I feel confident that I can design a top-down raglan sweater, because I have knit probably a dozen of those. Maybe more if I'm thinking about all the ones that I've knit for like baby sweaters and stuff. So I feel very confident in the general pattern that, you start at the top and you increase on both sides of your markers for the sleeves every other round. And that's pretty much how every single raglan top-down sweater goes. So I don't feel like that part's going to be hard. I am going to have to work up a chart for the 3 moons, which should be interesting. But I know that I've got like 102 stitches to work across for that. And I probably don't want to use the whole 102 stitches, because I don't want it going like wrapping under his arms. So it's probably going to be like the center 80 stitches or so, maybe 60. Thanks, Tanya. I like challenging myself with the knitting. I also like things like the thing I'm working on right now, where it's just knit 2, purl 2, and I'm not thinking. It's nice to have that as an option, but I do like coming up with stuff, because I feel like it keeps me sharp. It's a way to sort of problem solve and engage my brain, even when I'm not feeling up for a lot. It's nice to have that as an option. That, I want to do some thinking. Let's come up with a pattern. So, is that Kitty?
Yes.
Kitty has grown so much since we first started doing this show.
Yes, she has. She's a big cat now.
Yes,
she's my big baby.
Speaking of,
she's like 12 pounds.
Aww. She's almost as big as my dogs.
Big old cat.
Big old cat.
She's not happy.
Oh.
She doesn't like to be held.
Oh.
So currently her claws are kind of in my back.
Nice. We like that, don't we? It's just a stab. It's cool.
Look at how pretty she is.
Such a pretty kitty.
My cat is so pretty.
I said her name, which is the same name as one of my dogs, who's now looking at me and
getting
yes, concerned. What do you want, Mom?
Molly Mock.
I was talking to the kitty, not to the puppy. Oh.
Can you hear her?
No, but I see her mouth. Oh. Unhappy kitty. Put me down, mother. Okay, bye. Of course, I'm a full of cat hair now, as you do. So much cat hair.
She won't let me brush her out.
Ah, it sounds like my dogs. No, don't touch. It's my fur. Herschel.
Do not chew on my lights. Hold on, I gotta let her back out.
It is such a pet thing. I feel like that's something that has been shouted at Beef as well. Don't chew on that. I still occasionally have to yell at one of my pups not to chew on the table or the chair.
Don't chew on that.
That's not for you.
Do you want to get electrocuted?
Well, at least they don't chew on cables. That's good. But,
well, I mean, I don't think she'd actually get hurt chewing through those lights because they're just like a little thing, but
then it would ruin your lights.
Yeah, and we've already had that happen once.
I would imagine pressing a rabbit would be a challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, so the designer that designed these adorable little froggies has a baby bunny pattern. And it's about the same size as the frog. So it's like a hand-sized baby bunny that's done with the same floofy yarn. So it's super fuzzy. And I kind of want to also make a baby bunny once I finish making frogs.
Yes. I need to learn how.
I'm excited about Tanya's reaction to that.
Of course.
I shall send you a beef.
I need a beef.
I will send you a baby beef. Must finish frogs first, and probably the sweater. Or at least get started on the sweater. One of the sweaters. Because once again, I have 2 sweaters going now. It's fine.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it's fine. I like how I'm keeping track of the rows on this. I have a stitch marker on my mouse pad, and there's a word on my mouse pad that has 8 letters, so I'm just moving it from letter to letter.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a fun way of keeping track. I like it. And it means that I don't have to have a pencil or anything. I just have to make sure I don't accidentally swipe my hand across and throw the stitch marker across the room. Because then I'd have to count, and I don't want to count today. You're making faces. Is your pattern being weird?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm reading about
the
headphones.
Oh. Why are you making weird faces? Do they do something strange?
No.
They do something bad?
Oh, no. I'm reading the warnings.
Oh, I want to hear about the warnings. Tell me your warnings.
I mean, it's talking about how hearing loss can be gradual. But I already know that if you're using this headset with an unfamiliar or unstable sound system, airplane, public access ports, etc., keep volume low to account for possible break-in bursts of loud sounds. Hearing damage can be gradual. Your ears may adapt over time to a higher volume of sound. Yeah, it's just that stuff. It also said something about radiation exposure.
Oh. That's why you have the fun lights. It's the radiation in your headphones.
Yes. Radiation exposure statement. Wireless product compiles with the FCC and the Industrial Canada RF exposure limit for portable devices.
Oh, so it doesn't have a lot of radiation. Okay.
No.
It's just got normal radiation.
Yes. Oh, that is in Espanol and Portuguese.
Well, because they want to make sure everyone knows about the normal amounts of radiation.
Yeah, I was thinking that I was able to change the colors of this. But that booklet's not telling me shit. I'll look at the box later.
Cobalt 60. Boop, boop.
Forgot how warm they were, too. I haven't had over-the-ear headphones in years. It makes my life easier to like LED headphones. No, uh, yeah, I'm just trying to get used to them a little bit. My neck hurts today though, so it's like,
Extra weight on your head is not good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
I thought about using wireless headphones, but I kind of like these wired ones. Plus, then I don't have to worry about charging anything,
Yeah, it's
batteries
fair.
dying.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons that I did it is because my microphone has to sit on my desk now, and there was just too many wires all in front of me. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of wires happening on my desk, but that's okay. We're not looking at my desk this week. That was another reason to not be doing a video craft because I
yes.
would need to clean off my desk. And
Yeah.
I also brought down a whole bunch of crafts to show this week, so good news is that next time I won't have quite as many because the sweater will be probably sent and the frogs won't need another show off and the dice bag won't need another show off. So it'll just be the two sweaters and the shawl if I do any more work on the shawl, which I may not.
This
I
is our last one before our break.
Is it?
Think so,
Oh,
isn't it?
I don't know.
Because I drive back on the 6th.
Let me look. Oh, that's not my list. Oh,
We're
right.
done. We're done with the Summer of Aliens.
Oh, sorry, I missed our last one.
We did the same thing with the Summer of Zombies.
We skipped the last one. We're like, we're done.
Yeah.
Let me find. There's our list of stuff. Oh, that was last summer. Never mind. Keep going. Yeah, it was our last one. So we're off September 6th, September 20th, and October 4th. We're back on October 18th.
Yeah, we're on break, fellers. Much needed one.
Yeah, we need rest. So I guess I will have a pile of projects by then.
Yeah, you will.
Some of them may even have been given away to people, and then I won't actually have them. I'll just have pictures to show on our socials and stuff.
That works too.
Also, I've got really cute glamour shots of this sweater in front of
I'm
my light wall.
excited.
Because I was supposed to take outdoor pictures, but it won't stop fucking raining.
Oh, that's fair. It's also hot.
Yes, it is hot and it is wet. It's not a good combination for trying to take nice photos of a sweater in
Ew.
the summer. So I ended up doing them inside, and I'll have to do nice outside ones at some point in the future.
That's fair.
Maybe I'll do another.
Meme of the month is this weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta work on my character sheet.
Yeah, I gotta work on the mystery. It's fine. We got time. We got like a whole 3 days. 4 days? 3 days? Something. We got some time.
Yeah. What is time? And we start at 7.
Soup. Yes.
Trying to make sure that I don't overplan myself,
Yeah.
which is normal for me.
Yeah.
But I told you I would do the thing, and I'm gonna do the fucking thing.
I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
And Tanya's gonna do the thing. And Katie's gonna do the thing. And Alondra's gonna do the thing. We're gonna have a lot of us doing the thing.
I get to meet Alondra.
You do!
I excited.
So the meme we actually haven't published yet. We will be putting it up probably Saturday,
That's fine.
along with our image of who we're doing or who's doing it. But I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fun.
I already know what kind of character I'm playing.
Excellent. We
And
are
it's
planning to use a vaguely monster of the week.
Oh, sweet summer child. I know.
Well, I'm telling the chat because Interest was asking about the meme. I can't tell you about the meme, but I can tell you that we're going to be sort of using
yes.
monster of the week for our play system.
I mean, we are using monster of the week. It's just bending the rules a little bit just in case.
Yeah, we're not using all of it.
That's fine.
We're using it as a framework. Because
I
honestly, we've discovered that Meme of the Month is just all about the chaos and the storytelling because
That's
we
fine.
have such amazing storytellers in this group. So, and that should be starting at 7 Eastern
Yes.
on Saturday the 27th. 27th
Yes.
is Saturday? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I already know which playbook I'm going to use, so.
Excellent. I'm curious to see what sort of characters everyone brings.
I'm also
the GM for this one, so
I'm also hella nervous.
Don't be.
I am a little.
Well, no, be nervous if you want to be nervous, but you're gonna be fine. I hate when people tell me not to be nervous. I'm like, I can't control that shit. If I'm gonna be nervous, I'm gonna be nervous. So if you're gonna be nervous, That's cool. But
you also, my favorite thing about that is you're like, oh, be nervous if you want to. I don't want to be nervous.
Okay, well, true enough. Be nervous is that's what your body's gonna do.
Yeah. And the only reason why I'm nervous is because, like, I've not played with any of these people.
Oh.
Well, no, I've played a little bit. I played with
you played
Katie
with Tanya and
before.
Katie briefly.
Yeah, but like for
Once.
a hot second.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But everyone's pretty cool. And we're all about the chaos, so.
Sounds about right. Can't be any more chaotic than Roll for Weird.
I mean, last time we did run into Muppets who had body parts strung up in an old theater.
That's not chaotic, that's terrifying. Holy fucking hell.
What?
I looked out my window and I thought I saw glowing eyes in the trees. It's a reflection of the hard drive connected to my computer.
Oh. Well, that's terrifying.
I was like, what the fuck? My life's about to be a monster of the week.
Yeah. Let's not live stream your murder by a supernatural creature.
I mean, it'd get lots of views on YouTube.
Suppose.
If that is how I go, let it happen. Put it on YouTube. Do the thing. Make money off of it, Danny.
I mean, because it's not like I can go over there and fix anything. It's going to take hours to get to you.
No, but I'm telling you right now, if something, not someone, if something busts through the door in the background and murders me, put it on YouTube and make some money.
I mean, I will also be calling 911 on my phone.
Capitalism, baby.
I mean, I'll share the profits with Star. How's that?
Good. She's also getting some of my other stuff, so there's a lot happening if I die.
Let's just not do that.
Yeah, it's fine. I've lived a good 30 years.
Yeah, but I don't really want to witness that at the hands of some supernatural creature person.
Listen, you'll have the money to get therapy.
Oh, dear. Yep. I'll need it.
Yeah.
That's not something I'll be getting over.
You might.
I'll sell my memoirs.
All that hard cash. I once watched my Twitch stream host get murdered. Live! Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I scared our chat away.
The chat got real quiet. We're like, we don't want to be part of this. We also don't want to watch this. But it's only a hard drive, so it's okay. There's nothing going to be jumping out and killing you.
No. If it was, honestly, also, if it was in the trees are too far away. Okay. I have time to get out of the room.
Yeah, please do that. Do you hear the dogs playing now?
Yes, I do. Yeah, our chat was like, oh.
Instead, we've got Squeaky Toy now. Hershey is squeaking incessantly, and Molly is.
We don't hear the squeaking, we just hear the dogs going barf.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Or at least I don't hear this squeaking.
They're so cute when they fight. If my camera weren't all the way over there, I would direct it at them. But they're over there. The camera is more than arm's length away.
That's fair.
And I'd make everyone sick with the motion.
I'd just look away.
And then you'd also see my horribly messy desk.
It's fine.
And the big pile of chairs being stored in the basement.
Why?
Because we don't have a dining room table that's being used as a table anymore.
Oh, okay.
So we had 2 dining room tables between the 2 of us.
Okay.
And one of them is being used to hold the 3D printers.
Fair.
And the other one is this desk or table that I'm at streaming. So I have one of the chairs that I'm sitting in. And then each of the tables, Jim's table had 4 chairs and mine had 8. So we had 12 dining room table chairs.
Jesus.
And 11 of them are not being used. And they're all
Thanksgiving at Danny's.
Well, that's why we had them, or why I had them initially, was this table has a nice big leaf in the center, and when my family would come, we'd spread it out, and I had friends come over. Tanya came for Thanksgiving a couple of times, and like it would be a big thing. And so I had a lot of people.
Nice.
But we don't have people over anymore.
That's because there's a panorama happening.
Yeah.
The Backstreet Boys reunion tour rages on.
So yeah, we just haven't had people. So we're like, well, let's use a big table for my streaming stuff instead of buying a new table. We'll use one that we have because that just makes more sense. And then this one is it's a tall table, so I can stand at it too, which is great for some of the crafting stuff we do.
Yeah. Cutting patterns also helps at a table that tall.
Yeah. Sewing is kind of a pain.
That's because you have tiny legs.
Well, and the cord for my sewing machine that has the foot pedal just reaches the floor if I have it right at the edge of the desk or the table.
Oh my god.
Because the table's that tall or the cable is that short, I don't know. But like it has to be right there and there's no give. So
Jesus.
And I have to do it standing up because I cannot reach the floor from sitting in the tall chairs because I have little legs. Because I am a short girl. And that's okay.
Yeah. That was so funny when we met, and you're like, you're a lot taller than I expected. Like,
well, I mean, I knew you were tall, but it's different to see you in person and recognize the tall, you know?
I am tall.
Yeah.
Come from the land of giants.
From the land of the tall.
Yes. My mom's tall, my dad's tall, my sister is now taller than me. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's really bad. I'm the shortest cousin.
That's impressive.
Well, that's not true. Some of the other female cousins are shorter than I am, but the male cousins, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Squeaky, squeaky. I love when they like get on their backs, almost like cats with the toy up in the air.
Oh, my cat is such a goober. I love her, though. We're about to get another one.
Oh. How's she gonna like that?
I think she's actually gonna really like that.
Well, good.
Because I think she misses having a friend because my sister had a cat.
Right.
And then my sister moved out, so...
Oh, so no more sister cat.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and find one that may be cuddlier than Molly.
It's always hard to tell when they're little, though.
Oh, we're not gonna go get a little one. We're gonna go, like,
an
to
adult.
a shelter. Yeah. We got Molly as a little one because my friend's cat had kittens, so...
I finished the first glove. I still have to weave in ends, but I don't have a needle down here. But I like it. I like
it too.
The rainbowy patternness of it. Like, it's a lot, but it's not too much.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you. And I need to fix my nails. They're all chipping. But I don't think you
I
can actually tell on stream. I shouldn't have said anything. It's fine.
You cannot. So we've decided when we come back we're having another chill one, right?
No, we're actually going to be talking about The Evil Dead.
Oh, because it's October.
Because it's October.
Yes.
And that will be our only episode before Halloween. Let me just double check.
I think so, yeah. Because we're
yeah,
off
because the next
4th.
one will be the day after Halloween.
Yes.
Because Halloween's a Monday. So yeah.
Oh, and you're doing that with Star. You're doing Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
I'll get her added into our group chat so that
Perfect.
she'll have the Zoom link and all that jazz.
Excellent, excellent.
What are you guys gonna make?
We're gonna be making creepy bunnies using Fimo.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
And maybe by then I'll have the pattern for the baby bunnies, and I'll make baby bunnies to have to show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be flying back from Oregon at that point.
Woohoo, Oregon.
Yep.
Ooh. I'm a sleepy girl.
Yeah, same.
It's been a long week, and it's only Tuesday.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yep, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah.
I could use a long weekend, but it's still a couple of weeks away, isn't it?
2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's my birthday.
That's right. What am I going to do for your birthday?
I'm so old. You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to. But what am I going to do?
I don't know. I'll be in Georgia then.
Ooh.
It's Dragon Con weekend.
Yeah, that makes things...
That makes things what, Danny?
I don't know. I can't decide if it makes them more challenging or less challenging.
I think the last time, like, you sent me something for my birthday was the Jane hat. Was that what it was?
Maybe?
Started? I don't remember. You sent me other things in the box as well. It wasn't just that, but you're like, here you go. And I'm like, now I have to learn how to knit. Now, and look what you've done.
I succeeded.
This whole dresser is full of yarn.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not just there.
One of these days when you come down to Georgia, you should make time to come visit me too.
I'd love to, yeah.
I got a bed, and well, of course I have a bed. That's what I sleep in. But I have an extra bed that you can sleep in.
A bed?
I have a bed.
Okay,
Come see
Danny.
my lovely bed. That is the draw. Come see the bed. I have a bed, and I have a table, and I have a chair, and I have a stove. Oh no. Oh no, I've hit that part of my night.
Oh, you're getting giggly.
Yep. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine.
I've always wanted to explore more parts of Georgia.
See all the beds, all the chairs.
All the beds, all the chairs.
But then you can see my yarn room.
Sometime when I am down there for longer than just like a week, I'm going to have to like, Star and I could come up and see you kind of thing.
For sure.
For like a little bit of a weekend.
Yeah.
We could do crafts.
Yeah.
I
Sit with all the puppies.
Volunteered my girlfriend for something.
She hasn't complained yet, so it's fine.
She hasn't noticed yet. She's still asking what time the thing is on Saturday.
It's the lag. Oh, yay. It sounds fun.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, that's a yay! I didn't think she would have a problem with it.
I didn't think so.
And also, if I'm in Georgia, my girlfriend's gonna be with me.
Well, yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, my sweet girlfriend. But yeah,
Molly's about to tear the ear off of this toy.
Because I'm hoping next year I'll start spending maybe a little more than a week in Georgia at a time.
Okay.
It's just hard because
Yeah.
my whole work setup is here.
Yeah.
So
I like the times that I can take like a Friday and then the whole next week and a Monday. So I'm only taking 7 days off, but I get like 9, 11 days because of weekends.
I don't usually take off. I
Ah.
usually go down there and work.
Oh.
Yes.
Right,
Well,
because you can work remote.
yeah, and Star has to work too, so
Makes
I
sense.
don't want her having to take off because I'm there. So if we're just
Right.
both working,
It's fine.
and then I do things like clean her kitchen and she gets mad at me.
Is it because you do it wrong?
No, she doesn't think I should clean her kitchen.
Oh, because you're a guest?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Her mom agrees with her too, which I'm like, stop. Just I helped make this mess. Let me help clean it up.
Oh, so it's not like you're cleaning the kitchen, you're just cleaning up after doing stuff.
I'll clean up the whole kitchen. Like anything that's in the dishwasher, I'll put away. Like I took out the trash one time and got yelled at, and I was like,
Huh. I will never yell at check out the trash. I will never yell at anyone who helps me out around the house. I will say thank you and give you a big hug.
she lets me stay there while I'm in Georgia. Like, let me help. I didn't yell. Gave me a disappointed look.
Aw.
Listen, my mother told me that I should help out. So don't even. What do you want me to do? Make you stay in a hotel? I wouldn't be able to come. Wouldn't be able to come down as much if you were doing that to me, honey.
Yeah.
Especially with gas prices.
The dogs have switched now, and Hershey's playing with the toy.
Oh, they know how to share at least.
Sort of. My alarm keeps going off, telling me that it's time for
Bedtime?
medicine.
Oh, medicine time.
Medicine time for all the puppers. Because they are the old. Well, me as old.
I am the old as well.
Child.
I am the old, Danny.
Then what does that make me? Geriatric?
You're the ancient.
Oh. Damn.
Wasn't supposed to sound like that. I'm sorry.
Just for that, you're getting a birthday present.
I don't want one.
Exactly.
Don't do it. God, you people. Old and wise.
And full of knitting math. I like knitting math. It's fine.
I'm waiting for the day that my body goes, you need coffee to function.
Oh.
That day has not come yet.
You don't start your day with coffee?
No, I hate coffee.
Oh, no, I can't stand it. But I start my day with Dr. Pepper. So I'm still starting my day with caffeine.
I usually get a Diet Coke at about 10. I try not to drink soda before then.
I try not to drink soda before I've at least had something to eat.
Oh, well, I eat something at like 7, so... Yeah. As I'm getting ready for work, I logged on, I usually eat something. Yeah. I do have I live off Sprite and Diet Coke. Leave me alone.
Yeah, if you are not a coffee person by now, you probably never will be.
Star got this. Actually, you got upset with me as well about this.
Did I?
When I stayed up all night doing that one cross stitch, and then went to D&D.
Yeah, that's not a good plan.
I did not mean to do that.
Yeah.
But I had to get the thing done.
And sometimes you don't notice how late it is.
Oh, I noticed
Oh.
because I was like, why is the sun coming up and it's not done?
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I did stay up till the sun came up, but I was working on a thing this weekend, and it was
Danny,
suddenly like 1:30. I'm like, I probably should have said goodbye and gone to bed earlier, but no.
D&D started at 10 o'clock in the morning. I cross-stitched until 9, took a shower, got everything, and then went to D&D. I drove to D&D.
That was also not a good plan.
And then I was at D&D for 5 hours.
Ugh, no, that's when I start feeling gross and
Oh, I didn't say I felt well.
uh
And then I came home and I went to sleep for 2 hours. And then my body was like, "You're awake now. Get up, bitch." I was like, "Okay."
body, you're wrong.
And then I went to bed at midnight.
Oh, dude. Did you at least sleep a little bit the next day?
I
Because
think
I'll
I
tell you,
slept.
it's not too long before you stop being able to do that.
I
No,
don't
no,
do it often.
but it's not going to be too long before you can't do that shit at all. You'll try, and at some point, like even though I'm a night person, there comes around 3 or so where suddenly my body is like, fuck this, go lay down. And if I don't, I will just blink too long and fall asleep in the chair.
Listen, I my favorite thing is when I start disassociating at 5 a.m.
That's also a sign that you should lay down and go to sleep.
So for Avon's wedding, she's with 20SA. We were all there and we stayed up too late.
Mm-hmm.
And I it was like 5 in the morning and I was just blinking and I was realizing I was blinking. And then a second wind came.
Oh no, no, no.
And then we drove back to our Airbnb.
Yeah, I also discovered that if I stay up too late too often, I tend to just get really sick.
Oh, that's fair.
Like I'm susceptible to everything. I want to say it was my second year of university, maybe my third. It was organic chem is what it was, so it was second year.
Oh gosh.
And I had stayed up really late the first night studying for another exam.
Uh-huh.
And then that night, the night before the biochem or the organic chem final, I felt like I knew nothing. And I did not sleep. I stayed awake all night because the exam was in a morning exam, an 8 a.m. exam. So I stayed up, and I wasn't living at home anymore. I was living on my own. And during exams, the university was open 24 hours.
Yes.
And so I was with a group of other people studying, and we had booked one of the study rooms. And I think we all slept like 20-minute increments, maybe. And so we had like a brief nap in the middle of our studying, and then woke up and did more studying, and then went and did the exam. And the next day I felt terrible and went to the doctor, and I had tonsillitis and sinusitis and bronchitis.
Holy shit, Danny.
And I was like, oh, well, no wonder I don't feel good. They're like, yeah, you need to go and get some rest. I'm like, yes, I do.
So at one point when I was in college, I was working full time on top of taking 15 hours of credits
Oof.
at the school. Uh, I would, I couldn't, I wasn't sleeping.
No, you
Did
didn't know
I?
this, Mom. It's okay. Things you find out
I
many years later. It's
I
fine.
wasn't sleeping. So like right before my children's lit class, I had an hour break. So I would go in there, pull my hood up, put my sunglasses on, the lights would be off, and I'd just go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
My teacher for that class was very understanding because right after that class, I had to drive back to my hometown and go to work.
Mm.
She's like, "Hey, I'm really worried about you." And I went, "Well, I'm okay." And she's like, "No. I feel like you're gonna fall asleep at the wheel." And I was like, "Nah, I'll be fine." Never did fall asleep at the wheel, thank fuck. But uh she was super understanding because I was like, "This is what's happening with my job. I'm not very happy." I was supposed to be part time.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. And uh, I had a project due for that class. And I got off of work, went home, started working on the project. My father finds me asleep on the floor in khakis and my green polo.
Ooh.
Part of the project off to the side, and I have like paper glued to my face.
Oh no.
It was not a good time for me.
No. I think I lucked out with my jobs in university. I had a part-time job as a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like late evenings and weekends. And then I had a part-time I was a TA for a bunch of courses. So I was doing like 3 courses a week of TA.
Yeah.
So between those two, I was able to have a reasonable income and not be super stressed about money and stuff.
I so I wasn't I The thing is we had one person get fired and then another person quit. So they just needed somebody to fill in until they've hired more
Right.
people. I just happened to be the person that could fill in.
Wow.
And it sucked. Like,
Yeah.
on top of that, my ankle was broken.
Oh, of course.
There were so many times that I would just go to school and I'd just zone out in class.
Oh.
Yeah. And this was before I was in community college when all of this was happening. So I was living at home, driving a 92 minivan, and just trying to get through everything. I was going into education at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize that I hated everything at that
Oh,
point.
yeah.
And then, yeah. So,
I think I only really had 2 classes that I would fall asleep in regularly.
I didn't fall asleep in any of my classes just before the class started.
Oh, see, I would doze off during physics, and I felt so bad. But it was
Oh,
right after lunch in one of the
yep.
warmest rooms of the university, and the professor had a very low monotone voice that was super relaxing and at the best of times was not super thrilling, and it was all
Yeah.
material like I'd taken AP physics, so this was all basically a review for me.
Yeah.
But I was taking the class because I'm like, well, I'd like to just have an easy class in my first year of university. I want to take some stuff that I already know so that I can spend this year adjusting to I'm in university instead of
Yeah.
adjusting to I'm in university and I'm having to learn all sorts of new stuff. So I'm just going to do an easy credit.
I so my last semester at my community college, I needed one class. So I started doing other classes. I was like, "Oh, I'll look into things that I don't need." I took an intro into typing class.
Mm-hmm.
First day, we take a typing test.
Mm-hmm.
And I they go around the class and they're like, "Okay, what score did you get?" And we had one person that said they got 6 words per minute. And no one got over 20. Except for me, who sat there, and I was the last one they asked. And I was just like this.
Do I have
And
to tell you?
I looked at the teacher and went, 78? And she puts down her pencil and goes, "Why are you here?"
Because I needed a credit.
And I went, I just really needed to fill classes. And she's like, okay. So I would get done with our assignment within the first 20 minutes of class.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then I would get up and I'd go get like a snack or something. And my teacher was like, hey, we decided not to have class on Thursday. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
They would just make decisions while I was out of the classroom. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I didn't have to take the final, but I did.
Yep.
I also took a an office Microsoft Office course taught by the same teacher.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a little bit harder because I didn't know everything about Office whatever.
Yeah, I took one of those too. I actually really liked that. I learned a bunch of
I
weird
loved
shortcuts and
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I loved it. The thing is, we had a man in that class that was like, hey, how do I test out of this class? And I went, oh, he must, use this stuff all the time. And then he asked something else like later. He's like, hey, how do I save this document? And I went,
I'm sorry, what? How are you going to test out of the class if you can't save a document? Because
yeah,
that's like, you don't have to take a
that's,
class to know how to save a document, right?
yeah. And the teacher liked me a lot just because I was, me.
Mm-hmm.
And she walked and I faced the window. So like and he was behind me. And she walks by and goes, I saw that eye roll. And I went, you saw nothing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I took a religion class.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Taught by a preacher man. Surprisingly taught well though, not like trying to push Christian whatevers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was like, oh nice.
I actually have a degree in classics because I had taken so many classics courses for electives that when I finished my Bachelor of Science, I only needed like 3 more courses to have a Bachelor of Arts in Classics.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'll take 3 courses in a year and get a second degree.
Yeah.
But
I thought I didn't have enough classes for I thought I needed more classes than I did for one semester. So I took 18 credit hours so I could graduate. Turned out I did not need that many.
oh,
But it's fine. But I took 2 online courses and one of them was intro into creative nonfiction.
okay.
Took it with a bunch of freshmen. At that point, I had been in school for
A while?
6 years. It was a lot. It was 5.5 because it was the second to last semester. And I had this freshman try to tell me that my paper wasn't in MLA format.
Oh, really?
And I looked like I didn't have to look at her because I was, online. But I basically ignored her shit because I was like,
I know what
I
you're
know
doing, sweetie.
I know what MLA format. I've been doing MLA format for years now.
Yeah.
Back it up. That was also the class that the teacher emailed me and went, "Hey, I turned in everything that I could right away."
Right.
She's like, "You don't have to turn all this in right now, right?" And I was like, "Yes. Here's the thing. I'm taking 18 credit hours. Your class is my easiest class. I want to get this shit turned in so that I don't forget.
Right.
And you're the only one that's not like, oh, hey, you have to log into the site this many times a week."
Right.
And she was like, say no more.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure she was a TA because it's one of those intro classes that
Right.
TAs can teach. So I feel like she understood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed that class. Yeah. that one freshman though, I was like,
Yeah.
bitch,
I
please.
I have a lot of respect for people who are older and go back to school. And by older I mean not the children that have just graduated high school. Like even people in their mid 20s going back and being with the 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. Like, oh, props to you.
Yeah,
In
I was both. I was in school until my mid-20s.
Well, in one of the classes that I taught, one of the anatomy classes, so it was first year human anatomy, and
Mm-hmm.
so students were like fresh out of high school, except for this one guy who was an immigrant, and he was in his late 20s,
Oh,
and he was having to retake everything because his medical license didn't transfer internationally.
oh
And so
my
even though he was a
god.
doctor back home, he
Yeah.
was in this basic anatomy class with these kids. I'm like, I am
Oh
so
my
sorry, dude.
god.
He's like,
Yeah.
it's fine. This is what I have to do. I'm going to be a doctor again. So let's just do this. All
Yeah.
right. And, 100% on everything. I'm not
Well, of
surprised
course.
because you know
Yeah.
this shit. You're
Yeah.
not the 18-year-old little pain in the butt over there who's got mummy paying for everything and doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
I felt so bad that he was being forced to do that because clearly he knew his stuff, but
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like you were saying that you got basically a double major because you had like three classes you needed to take. I almost double minored because I had enough credits as a in folklore.
nice.
Yeah. I absolutely loved the folklore classes at that school, and the folklore teacher did not get enough respect.
Yeah. Honestly, the reason I had so many classics courses was because of Dr. Cahill.
Yeah.
She was amazing. I took everything she offered, and I bought her books outside of class.
Yep.
So,
Well, and the thing, so that's the other thing is because I switched my major to English, and then I was told I had to have a minor. So I got a minor in creative writing. Mr. Chivsnieski, he was not a doctor. He may have been working on his doctorate, but he's not a doctor. He did not want anybody to call him by his last name because it's hard to say, so I made it my fucking mission. Very awesome guy. I absolutely loved him. He told me to go to grad school, and I went, no. I went, sir, do you know how long I've been in school? And he went, no. And I was like, I've been here for 6 years. I'm done. And he's like, oh. And that's because I kept getting fucked around by the schools I went to.
Boo.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm not bitter.
But now you get to sit around and craft stuff on a stream and talk about nerdy things. Like
and not
next time.
Not use my degree at all.
We can find a way for you to use your degree in this, man. If that's what you want to do, we'll make it happen.
Anyway.
Anyway.
We're doing Evil Dead next time.
We are doing Evil Dead next time. So you have like 2 months almost if anyone hasn't seen Evil Dead and wants to watch it so that they know what we're talking about. I think we will officially talk about just the first one.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm also going to talk about Evil Dead the musical because
I'm also going to talk about Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Well, there we go. We're going to talk about Evil Dead in general, but specifically we're going to mention the first movie. But
the most, hopefully.
Maybe. I don't know. You get me going on the musical and the moose and the
cabin in the woods. Ooh. Cabin in the woods, yeah. We're 5 college students. God damn it.
Yep. Sorry. Not sorry at all, actually. I'm going to go put that soundtrack on to fall asleep tonight.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We don't have a craft for that. We don't have a
We'll,
craft for that. We'll figure something out.
we'll make some shit up.
We'll like, ooh, maybe I'll do some research and we'll oh, it's looking good. Look at that.
Yes, I have now finished the bottom of this. This
Yay.
has more to go out, and I have to go up.
But still, awesome.
This will be done tomorrow.
Excellent. We might, maybe we'll make fake blood. Because there's a splash zone for Evil Dead the Musical.
So the problem with that is that does not take very long.
Oh, true. And it's messy.
And it's messy. And I do not have the setup to do shit at this desk that is messy.
Well,
we'll think about
we've got like 2 months, so anyone who has ideas about things you want us to make, pop it in the Discord, and we will figure it out from there.
We'll just turn Adam back into a zombie. But this time a deadite.
But we won't be there.
I'll come to Georgia and we'll turn Star into a deadite.
Okay. Star would totally be down for that, wouldn't she?
Star would 100% be down to be a deadite.
Yeah. Okay. So if we can't figure out anything else, we'll make you travel again. And
no.
See, Star's totally up for it. Volunteers as tribute.
No. Because at that point I would have just gotten back.
That's fine.
Wait, when is that?
October 18th.
Oh, no, I would not have just gotten back, but I will be...
plenty of time to travel again.
No, Danny. because the problem is I fly out on the 21st to go to Oregon.
We can get you on a plane.
No!
From Georgia.
No! I already have my plane ticket.
Those things are transferable, right?
No.
Okay, fine. We'll figure something else out. If you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. But other than that, do we have anything else? Or are we done? I think we're done.
No, we're done.
Okay.
Where can they find you, Danae?
You can find me all over the internet as Danielle Lanois on Instagram and Twitter and all over Discord too.
Yep.
Where can they find you?
You can look me up under Deebles_Todd. That's everywhere now.
Including Twitch.
Including Twitch, yes. And you can also find me on the Nerd Asylum and 20-Sided Adventures.
Yay! And don't forget to follow us as That's Pretty Crafty. We are crafty_pretty on Twitter and That's Pretty Crafty on Instagram. And sometimes we put stuff up. Sometimes we forget. I haven't posted my painting because I realized that it's really close to the inspiration painting that I used.
Uh-oh.
So, and I feel bad using something that is very much like someone else's art, so.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have any problem hanging it in my painting room, so.
Yeah. That's fine. Alrighty.
It was good to share time with you too, Mom. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Danny's mom.
Have a good couple of months.
Yes.
And, yeah, we'll see you all later.
Vacation!